So when I was in Penang, I really love to eat Indian food. So basically,
Awesome. That's good.
I can simply say that among Malaysian food and other, I think Indian food get me the best taste lah. Even I,
Awesome. Have you seen the file that I sent you? I think I have sent you a file
yes,
where
I see
my
that.
all recipes and how the ingredients are made. So basically, I am from Bangladesh. Even though I have been in Malaysia, and I am very much familiar with Malaysian food, and that's why I don't have any trouble when I am outside and having Malay food, nasi campur, then nasi goreng, tom yum. So I eat all of those. But okay, yeah, I can hear you. So, but my main cuisine is always Bengali food. Like at my home, we always cook Bengali food. So my cuisine and my foods and everything all revolves around Bangladeshi food.
I see. So basically, the Bangladesh food, quite same with Indian cuisine.
Quite same with Indian. The ingredients are very much similar for you to understand. The ingredients are very much similar. The quantity of the oils, the breads, and the sugars or the salts are very much similar. Just the taste is a bit different. The some of the spices are different, which doesn't add on that much of calories. Like if you want to calculate based on the calories is pretty much similar. If you have like similar Indian chicken curry and Bangladeshi chicken curry, the calories are almost same.
Understand, understand. So basically, even when I was in Singapore, so I actually because usually many food court Chinese, right, in Singapore. But when I was uh, finding for halal food, usually I don't go to the Malay food. Even I go to the Indian food lah, nasi kandar food. But the thing is the Singaporean Indian food, they don't simply put the gravy, right? That's something that I see the differences lah. Let's say when you eat in Penang, have you go to Penang eat the nasi kandar there?
I have to.
So
I have
they will put the gravy really much. So that's really tasty.
on
Even
top of it. Lagi.
correct, correct. But how in Indian and Bangladesh usually they also in.
Almost similar. Almost similar. We are a very much like curry-driven foods.
I see.
We eat a lot of curries. We eat a lot of curries. So our curries are not different. So we eat a lot of fries, a lot of curries.
So meaning
So okay,
the
yeah.
waiter will put the gravy by default lah, like that.
Now I don't eat Bangladeshi food outside much. My wife cooks at home, but the nature of our foods is similar.
I see. Alright, alright. So sir,
And if I'm out, I eat nothing of that. Yes.
alright. So sir, how your working time usually? Are you in home doing your work, or usually you go to the office?
Okay, it's hybrid. So usually I go to office 5 days a week, but I stay very less. I go office like 11 or 12, and I come back like 4 or 5. And rest of the time I work from home. So it's not like I go office, work, I come back office, I come back home, it's finished now. It's like throughout the day. So when I have some meetings, I have to go office, and when I'm back home, then then I continue my work.
I
So
see.
some of the thing I wanted to highlight. So yeah, previously what I was discussing with Farah that what approach we had been followed. So the main let me know if you have any trouble with hearing me. I can increase the volume or anything,
So far
or
clear.
we can switch.
Clear.
So far clear?
Mm.
Awesome. So my problem is I have to eat a lot. I eat a lot. It's not like I have a mission or something. I crave a lot. I eat a lot. So that's why anything tasty or anything delicious comes in front of me, I eat. I skip breakfast. I tell you my even though I have put it in the file, I tell you my current lifestyle. When I'm in the office, I skip breakfast. Even today, I haven't had breakfast. I skip breakfast. If I'm office, I'll go. Maybe I'll buy a sandwich from my news family market sandwich. I take one sandwich. and I'll take a coffee from office at 12. At 12, I'm gonna eat it. Then at 2, I'm gonna go nasi champur, Malay nasi champur or Johnny's, how Johnny's foods are. So if all McDonald's, so if Malay nasi champur, then it would be nasi goreng, no, it would be nasi rice, ayam goreng, begedil, then the egg and the curry from the, what is it? And some sambar and some curries. So if it's a Malay food, then it is. Johnny's food is not enough for me. Johnny's gives a lot less food. Or sometimes it could be KFC or McDonald's. KFC or McDonald's is the nasi lemak set, one nasi lemak and two fried chicken and added some sambar. So yeah, so that's my lunch. So after the lunch and the evening or afternoon, I get hungry. So I hungry for either milk tea or teh. Teh without sugar, of course, teh sugar is a lot for me. I don't eat that much of teh sugar. Either it's a teh or it's a coffee or with some biscuits or with some mixed or some curry puff. Yes, curry puff.
Mm.
So so that's around 6. So I take dinner when I'm home. I take dinner at 10, 11, 10 or 11. In between 10 or 11, that may be any Pakistani food with naan and curries and chicken naan and chicken curries and everything and all those things. And sometimes at late night, I sleep very late. I sleep at 3. It's not like I like to sleep at 3. I try to get to the bed by 12, and by 3, I sleep from there. I have insomnia issue. So that time I get hungry, but so sometimes I take, orange juice, or I take, what is it, crackers, biscuits, or chips at late night. So this is during office. During home, when in the weekend, so every weekend I have house parties in my house or in some other house. Every weekend, no weekend left. Every weekend we have parties. So in those house parties, you can open house that open house over there. You have the biryani, you have egg curry, you have beef curry, you have now Kurban just finished up. Then every house has a lot of beef. So beef curry, then you have kebab, then you have in pudding, rice pudding, you have coconut pudding, and you have fizzy drinks like Coke, 7-Up, Sprites, and everything in the house parties. So if I have breakfast if I have breakfast, my breakfast is usually roti canai and coffee.
Outside,
And sorry,
eating outside.
outside.
I
Yeah.
see.
Outside or home, same. I mean, like, same. Even at home, I have those kawan paratas. So, two kawan paratas with eggs or dals and coffee. Then, at the evening, I have curry puff or murtabak because that's weekend, so that's how I celebrate. So, you can see my diet is really, really bad. Of course, I know it. But what I have been trying, so this is right now who I am and how I eat my food. I tried to skip the snacks, like those curry puff at the evening, those curry puff at the evening, and those late night juice or crackers. I try to avoid it, but I don't know, somehow I have to eat it. So what I try to do at late night, if I'm hungry, instead of having those juice, I try to have fruits like mangoes or guava or watermelon. And during evening or afternoon, if I don't have the snacks, I'll try to eat the peanuts and everything. But that's not seems to be working. For my exercise, I used to exercise, I, but right now I don't exercise at all. Sometimes I walk. Yeah, and then I have psychiatric issues. I have panic attacks and I have anxiety. So if I have I'm anxious and I'm a lot of stress, I have to eat. I have to eat a lot.
Understand. All right.
And my health condition right now with my health condition, I have hypothyroid, and the main problem I feel that I have to see dietitian and I have to fix my lifestyle. I have hypothyroid. I'm on a very high dose of hypothyroid, and I have some fatty liver issue. my doctor has sent me to the liver specialist to see the doctor and see whether I'm fatty liver. And my doctor told me that I have to reduce weight in the next session when I'm going to see him. I'm going to see him in the, I think, late September or early November.
I see. So, your doctor usually you do where? The visit the doctor where?
110. 110. Right now my weight is 110. My height is 5 feet 10 inch.
Uh, Hospital. Which hospital usually you visit?
Park City. Park City Medical Center.
Where? Where?
Park City. Park City. It's in Desa Park City.
I see. Meaning the private hospital lah. I see. Where?
It's in Desa Park City. If you
KL, Selangor.
no, it's in KL.
I see. Alright, alright. So, meaning the doctor don't diagnose any disease like diabetes. Alright. So, may I know you usually did the medical checkup or how frequency? What?
Every 4 months.
Every 4 months. That great, good. So,
Because I have to test it like every 4 months.
I see. That's good. So how the reading? May I know the blood glucose? If you have the latest file, maybe you can share with me later lah.
I'll share with you later.
Alright.
I'll share with you later.
So can I see the trend itself? How the blood glucose normal or border?
No.
Alright. So the total cholesterol how?
Cholesterol in the bottom.
I see. 5 or 6? It's okay. Border. I think I can. Border meaning not really high, right? Around 5, 6. It's okay. Later you share with me lah. The fine.
My uric acid is 458.
Okay. Total cholesterol?
Total cholesterol.
Total cholesterol, LDL, HDL, triglyceride.
Yes. Okay. LDL, HDL. I have to find that.
It's okay. Later.
Okay, I got very. Cholesterol, triglyceride is 2.1.
Alright.
HDL is 1.06.
Okay.
Cholesterol is 4.8.
Okay. Alright. I think that's.
The problem my doctor find my liver profile, ALT is 113.
I see. Alright. So in terms of the diet itself, let me usually focus on that cholesterol and glucose. I think that's good lah. Good indication. The doctor give you any medication, medicine? I see.
No, I'm on a thyroid medication. 175 thyroxine.
Alright.
So that's very good. That's very heavy.
So how your weight currently? The weight?
110.
110. So the highest that you get how currently or previously have been highest?
Previous highest score was 110. That time I joined diet. Right now I'm having 110. I'm back to diet.
I see. So before this, meaning this is second time you with the ideas?
Yes, I'm the first client of diet.
I see. So you first client. So meaning during what year you already know about the ideas?
Yes. My first dietitian was Boswara.
I see. 2000 when? 2000?
2020. Or 2020, yeah.
I see. During the COVID one. So during that time, how the reduction itself? You able to lose weight? How much?
30 kg.
What?
30.
30 kilogram. From what kilogram to what? You able to?
110, from 110 to 81.
In how much? How much?
6 months.
6 months.
6 months.
Wow, that's really great. Even I really impressed with it. Wait, so meaning you already have the idea about
Clients,
what?
you'll find my profile in the diet ideas client,
I
in the
see.
client list and the food list and everything.
Hmm.
I was 81. I was doing last time, I was doing calisthenics. I ran about 15 kilometers, three days. I usually ran used to 10, 11 kilometers, 15 kilometers.
Hmm.
Yeah, I end up doing calisthenics. Yeah. Then I think back in 2024 or 2022, I got married. I was in Bangladesh for 6 months. I was, I had a lot of foods. My habits were gone. Now I'm here.
Understand. So meaning the turning point that you lost the momentum 2024, something like that. When start married, understand? Yes. Even I, that's also challenge for me, sir, because once married, I think even I, when I see my photo when I post in social media, I don't look really with,
Yes.
I don't see that I'm a little chubby one. But when I have the diet back, even during my lowest around 62, but when I was 68, I think my face not really changed. But now me 63 again, when I see back my photo at 68, oh I think, oh correct, I was a little bit chubby, because during the first time of
I
the
have a lot
marriage.
of, I'm like hair, lot of things. So yeah, previously what helped me? Let me tell you what helped me with diet ideas with diet. We used to fix our food. So because for me, I am being an overeater, I couldn't, like suddenly reduce my food.
Hmm.
So what I used to do, so some of the thing is I can't, change. One is the cuisine. I can't change to Chinese cuisine. So I have to be in Bangladeshi food. I have to eat Bangladeshi food. Otherwise, I'll get cranky and stuff. I have to eat a lot of foods. And for exercise, I don't think I can run now. I can start with walking or any, simple exercise, but eventually I can pick up. So I have that muscle memory. So right now I'm only struggling with what food I'm having. I'm not sure those foods are, correct or not. So this lifestyle is correct or not.
All right. So all right. So I think during this first session, this I think I will go through with the basic, but I think this really crucial fundamental part lah, and the core part around the half quarter plate. Have you tried that before? I think you familiar with that, sir. Half
Which one?
half quarter plate, the healthy plate.
Oh yeah, the quarter, the half is the veggie, quarter is the rice, quarter is the meat, right?
Yes, correct. So you, during the previous time, you already know about it?
Yes, but the previous time, what I was telling Mansura also, like maybe I'm gonna need your help at least for the first few days, maybe first 3 or 4 weeks. I'll try to share all my foods to you. Maybe you can, fix it from there. For each meal, I'll try to send the foods that what I am having. Maybe you can try to fix it. You don't have to reply me immediately. Maybe at night when you see my foods or see my, daily consume, then maybe you can fix from there.
All right, can.
So one thing is I don't like cooked vegetables. I am okay with salads. I love salads. If it's processed properly, I love salads. Cucumber, tomatoes, and lettuce, all those things mixed together, I can have. But the cooked vegetables, the sour boiled or cooked vegetables,
Hmm.
I don't like it.
All right. I think you also know the half plate diet. This is for me, for the fundamental part. We want to start before going advanced. That's the part lah from my perspective. Need to really we have the firm foundation there. So let's say you said you don't eat the cooked vegetables, but you have there the salad one. So I think in every big meal that's really crucial lah. Really crucial to make sure that we have the green vegetables or white vegetables, because as you know, the vegetables itself, really lacking in calories, all right, but it gives us good appetite because the quite high with the fiber, so the fiber itself give us good appetite. So that's the really crucial hacking part lah. So I think yes, you can tolerate with salad. So hopefully lah, within these few days, few early weeks, this I think we stick with that half quarter plate, and you optimize the taking of salad itself lah, because I see that really the main part lah. So can you stick with the salad one in every
Uh,
big meal?
every big meal, you mean lunch and dinner?
Yes, when we talk about big meals, actually it including the breakfast also. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. So these 3 times. So because I see from even uh, the big part that make us uh, able to reduce the carbs actually when taking the vegetables much more lah. That's what I believe and I've seen from my experience. So I think you need to try lah, give a chance to every meal itself, taking what the vegetables that you like. Alright.
Okay. Okay. So, but the vegetables, so there is any sort of vegetables, right? Any sort of salad, right?
Uh, okay, let me show first lah the slide can sir, the pictures sir.
Yes.
Alright.
Go ahead.
So can you see my slides sir?
Yes.
Alright. Alright. So basically sir, so I think you already familiar with this plate before with
Hmm.
Madam Miss Farah.
Hmm.
So during that time, how he want you practice this, or he
Yes, we
customize?
started with this. We started with this.
All
So
right.
that was our first aim, to have more salads and less carbs. So, and yes, and a lot of water. But eventually, so for the first day or the first week, I didn't manage to get half of the plate of salad or half of the plate of meat and rice, because for me I always eat calories like rice and chicken and meat. So I rarely eat vegetables. So for first week it was difficult for me. So that's why I every time send her a picture, because sometimes I don't know how to get vegetables. So if I'm in the mama,
Okay.
so they have
Understand?
roti canai, but at the morning they don't have any vegetables. So I don't know where to get vegetables.
Understand? Uh, when I'm dealing with the roti canai itself, because I also like to eat roti canai usually, because like me lah, let's say I want to take roti canai usually very rarely, but sometimes let's say I'm craving roti canai, yes I take it, but usually in the we reduce it in terms of portion itself lah. Usually even I'm craving, I will eat one pieces, but after that usually during the lunch I will cover back with more vegetable, some sort like that, because in terms of the practicality, we don't eat vegetables with roti canai, right, with thosai, something like that, even we put the gravy itself. So
But I mean, if I'm hungry, if I'm a lot hungry, so if I'm a lot of hungry, so if I take only one roti canai, that won't be enough for me. Then, how do I cover it? How do I cover the rest of the food?
I see. So usually when you eat roti canai, how the frequency in one week?
1 week once,
Okay.
1 week once or twice.
How many pieces usually?
Two.
2 pieces. So in terms of the gravy,
Twice.
meaning usually you put the gravy on that or you put on the side.
I put on the side.
I see. So and then you take the gravy much or a bit less, just.
Very much.
I see.
Yeah, I eat eggs also. I like roti canai with eggs.
I see. Alright, alright. So at that part, sir. So your preference the roti canai egg roti canai,
Now roti canai, telur dadah,
separate.
separate.
I see. Uh, so let's say you eat the telur dadah there. In the next lunch dinner, usually you take egg also or not?
Yes.
I see. So sir, taking egg is good. Is good one. Usually, even we go to the scientific research, actually no limitation when we said about the white egg lah, the white egg. But the thing that really controversial is the yellow egg one. Okay. Usually we will advise the patient or the people to have the yellow egg around, let's say the frequency, the highest one every week, every day, just once lah, just one, in terms of the yolk itself. But the white one, even if you are we taking 10, also 10 egg, just the white one, that's still good, that's still good one. So basically when you are taking the telur dadah one during the breakfast, usually you try to reduce the egg, the yellow egg, try to change it to the fish or chicken, like that lah, the protein itself. So you
Chicken would be also chicken curry, right? That also not good.
yes, the in terms of the masakan, the cook itself need to avoid the curry lah, the curry intake, need to uh, uh, fried also need to reduce. So the cooking method itself lah, I think, yes, I know in the me also, Malay and even the Indian really rely on curry, right? So
Curry and fried chicken. I'm worrying.
correct. So let's say we can change it. We can reduce the avoid as much as possible in terms of the curry itself. That's the huge margin lah, I think. So
But if I reduce the curry, like if you reduce the curry, can you eat dry? Like, do I need to practice eating dry? If there is no curry, it will be very dry, right?
yes, I think instead of we take two or three curry, I think we just take one curry, just like one, the light one, not really the banjir one lah. So usually, sir, you, how your gravy itself? Usually you full or light?
Not curry banji. It would be like, maybe 200 grams, 100 grams to 200 grams.
I see, I see. So I think yes, you can still eat gravy, because that is my preference also. But in terms of the quantity itself, we try to reduce. Sir, in, instead of we taking 2 or 3 gravy, we just take one. Meaning the maximum just one, and the light one. So change the
Okay.
habit itself, because when we say about gravy, the content of the oil itself is really much lah.
Mm.
So I think let me show the slide. Yes, I know this seem really basic one, but from my experience lah, when I practice to the client itself, this really much helpful lah. So I think the one main point that I want to highlight, we try to go back to the half quarter plate. Can I, sir? Like I shown here.
right? In that half for the veggies, is it like veggies or fruits? Like let's say, should I can I take fruits in that half, like banana or watermelon?
Alright, alright, sir. Good question. Actually, sir, when we said half of the plate should be green vegetables and white, yes, that should be the dominant one. But when we are taking the vegetables thing, actually we should in our daily portion should be two palm of hand this one lah. So meaning one during the morning or afternoon, and this one evening or night lah. So basically in terms of the vegetables, two portion. This one the half, the first half, and this one the second half of the day. So basically like that lah. Because let's say half of the plate we just truly change it to the vegetables is actually not good also. Not good because why? Because the sugar, the fruit is high in sugar one. So meaning if we are optimize half of the plate itself with uh, the fruit, that can change the carbohydrate simply to the simple sugar even faster lah. So that's also not really good lah. So in terms of the vegetables, like I said, like that the portion should be half during the first day and half during the second half of the day. So meaning if you are taking the plate itself during the breakfast, lunch and dinner, optimize as much as you can the salad one. So that's the idea lah. So you get
So,
it.
so if I have to take fruits,
Okay.
so is it like 2.3%? So is it like 70% of the vegetable and 30% fruit?
Can like that also can. Like that also can. So usually when I was serving for my previous client, like I said, I when I was in Singapore, I buy a plate that half quarter plate one. Have you seen that before?
I know.
I think
It is
when you
very clear.
I think when you go to the shop, the shopping complex, sometimes when you search in the kitchen one, you can see there is some pattern. That I think that's good initiative lah. That's initiative.
Yeah, the one, the DIY one, usually in DIY.
Yes, because that have the, even there's the wooden one, I think really much beautiful lah. Because when I was in Singapore, I serve my VIP with that plate lah. So that's quite helpful lah. In terms of we remember indirectly to have the portion itself. So uh, so half of the plate should be that. So in terms of carbohydrate, how? I think you also already familiar with the quarter one should be carbohydrate, right?
Hmm.
Alright. So usually the portion itself like a small bowl lah. Let's say you want to take the carbohydrate. I believe that we the Asian one, the Asia person taking much of the plate with the carbohydrate, right?
Yeah, right now I think I have for each time for lunch and dinner I have around 4 scoops of rice. I know it's a lot,
I see.
but I have 4 scoops of rice
Alright.
in 2 times.
Alright. So in terms of the practical itself, let's say you eating outside, I think you should ask the waiter to serve only half of the rice, can sir?
Okay.
I think that's really good lah to have half, because when we don't say that, usually they will serve majority of the plate with full with carbohydrate, right?
Hmm.
Even that in even if I go to the Singapore eating nasi ayam, the fried rice also, usually the Chinese one also will serve us half, not half, even the majority of the plate with the rice itself. So even I need to go to the Chinese court, food court, I need to say, madam, I need half of the plate, half of the portion of the rice. So I think in terms of vegetables, yes, also we need to demand to the waiter to increase the vegetables one, even if we don't say that, so they will put just a little one. So that's the way lah, sir. So in every our practice, we should remind to take the breakfast, lunch and dinner with this portion lah, and the other quarter should be the protein one, even the fish, even the egg or the chicken or any seafood. So that's the idea lah. So because why, sir, why I think this really crucial for us to start back with this idea, because if we simply go to the advanced diet, like the trendy diet, the ketogenic or intermittent
I don't know if that doesn't work for me.
I see. So have you heard that before? And
I tried keto. No, that's not good for me. I like the approach. So I really like how Diet Idea and you guys, handle the client. Then, like, keto is very hard for me. Like, it's very hard for me because you see, you are giving me like options where I can have rice, vegetables, and meat. So it's okay for me. It's same food. But when in keto, they will ask me no rice at all, zero rice, and only vegetables. So I'm a psychiatric patient. I have mental issues.
understand.
So if I don't eat rice for 2 days, third day I'm very angry. I'm very anxious. So then I start eating chips, ice cream and everything.
Correct, sir. Sir, one I think that I learned uh, about from my previous experience as police officer, right? Because I was in recruitment for 9 months. One thing that I really love to bring back to this dietetic field is because the practicality itself, sir. Because when we go to the medias, social media, the modern doctor, usually they will promote the trendy diet like ketogenic, like intermittent, like vegan one. That's correct in terms of the science itself. Yes, they can bring many evidence to support them, but the thing is, we are the human being. We are the
Yeah.
human being. The main thing, the crucial one is the practicality, not the science one. Because when a crisis happen, if we burn out, the science will not really helpful, but what we can practice during the crisis. So that's why, sir, I appreciate when you said you can try this, what diet I just tried to implement to the diet itself, because I believe from my experience also, the practicality, I can see the half quarter diet. Yes, correct. Many people, when we talk about half quarter diet, many people will say, oh, this is the simple one. We can simply go to the advanced diet. We don't have to go to the half quarter diet. The thing is, we need to go back to the basic one, have the really practical one, have the good foundation one, and then we can go further. Otherwise, when we go to the complex one without have the basic foundation one, and then when we are stuck, when we are burnt out with that complex diet, and then we don't have any idea one how to
Yeah,
go to
that
the
was
first
good.
step back. You get my idea, right, sir?
Yeah, I reduced 30 kgs by just following the normal diet. I didn't do any keto anything. Yeah.
Yes, correct, sir. Maybe the people with, some people when they do their diet by themselves, they read, they have knowledge. Sometimes we go advanced. They will think that the dietitian who serve them with the basic one is like the traditional or traditional one. Don't go advanced. The thing is, what I learned from my past experience during my police recruitment, the coach itself, our senior, they don't really teach us about diet, about carbohydrate, about the protein, about the vegetable. They don't teach us anything about that. The thing is, when we first day in our recruitment, yes, some people have body weight about 100 kilogram, like me, about 68, and even the other one have 80, 90, 70. But the thing is, throughout our 9 month recruitment, everyone, when we are go to the hall eating, uh, for the breakfast, dinner, lunch, and even during the snacking part, we have everyone have the same portion of of the plate itself. Meaning, if you are familiar with the small portion, you eat that one. Even though you have 100 kilogram, you're not familiar with the portion itself, you need to have that portion same like the other people. So that the thing, sir, I think I really like to highlight there. Even we don't go to the science one, we don't go to the modern diet, but if we practice the simple one, like I said here, half quarter diet, we do it with discipline, I can guarantee you, what I see throughout the 9 months, everyone able to reduce the weight around, I can average 10 to 20 kilogram. Like me, I was uh, in the first day of recruitment 68, but I reduced it to 94 kilogram. But the thing is, also I'm the lowest in terms of the lost weight. I able to change my fat percent to the muscle percent. Because why? Because I was a dietitian student. So before I register to the police recruitment, I go to the dietetic clinic. I take the body fat mass. So I can see there that my percent is 16. But after I finish 9 months, I able to reduce it to 7%. So I can see there is a shift. Is although I the lowest in terms of the lost weight, but I can see it changing my fat mass to the muscle mass. But my friend who has 100 kilogram, 90 kilogram, they able to reduce up to 20 kilogram. So I can see here, if we have zero knowledge in science or any diet, but if we truly have the discipline, like I said before, half quarter plate, because that is what we are practicing there. I believe you are able to reduce your weight through the consistency and discipline itself lah. So what one point that I want to really highlight in this session is about the half quarter plate. I believe you already know in terms of the protein, what protein, the carbohydrate also, like the noodles, part of the carbohydrate, right, sir? The biscuit also part of the carbohydrate, the bread also. So you play around with that. The 3 main meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, use this portion and have the consistency, and I believe you uh, will be able to have the lose weight lah in the our first step itself. So
But how about the overeating? Let's say I'm sure that if I eat this much amount of like 3 portions food, I will be hungry again. So I'm afraid if I'm hungry, I'm gonna go, take curry puff or
understand.
drink or anything. So two things. I like to eat chips. I like to eat curry puff. So those are my favorite things. I like to eat fizzy drinks. Coke, Pepsi, Sprite. So Coke, Pepsi, Sprite. Do you think if I drink zero Coke or sparkling water
Mm-mm.
or zero calorie drink, it is okay for me to take like at least one every day. And instead of curry puff, I don't know what to replace with it because I know I'll be hungry.
All right.
So
All right, sir. Uh, okay, I will answer that. All right. Uh, did you okay, let's say we focus on the main meal first, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Usually the besides of the portion itself, what I learned that really make a huge impact itself, the consistency of the meal timing. Okay, sir. uh, the first part I already go to the portion itself, that but the
Yes.
second part is the timing itself. Okay, why the importance of the timing itself is important. The timing itself important because when we don't have a fixed time, usually we don't know how what the main factor that our diet is happening or not happening. Meaning let's say the people of the client said that I have already tried this diet, but I don't lose weight. But the thing is, the if we have the really consistent meal timing during the main meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, by that way we can see what actually we too much taking, or we not good in terms of the food itself. So let me highlight back my experience lah, sir. During our 9 month, usually the breakfast will be 8 a.m. Okay, 8 a.m. And then the lunch one will be 12 afternoon, and the dinner will be 9. It will be 6. Will be 6 evening. So that time will always consistent, whether the lecture class finish earlier or our exercise finish earlier, 1 hour earlier, we will be happy. But the thing is, we still need to go into the eating hall exact time what have been scheduled. Even though we are finished earlier, we need to wait outside of the hall 30 minutes, even under the sun 30 minutes. So we have to wait during that time. So I can see here, if you can have the consistency, because I can see that you are in the office time, right, sir? Office hour. So I think that's really easier lah, for us to have the consistent one, the consistent timing in your daily weekday. So during the period of that main meal, usually we'll be snacking right before the next main meal. So usually I say, instead of we are taking the fried one, like the curry puff, usually I will remind the client to take the healthy snacking lah. For example the nuts one, like the almond or granola, like that. So how can you eat the the nuts something like that, or you have?
I can eat nuts. I can eat cashew nuts. Uh, yeah, I do eat cashew nuts, but in the outside, the cashew nuts, most of them are, fried cashew nuts. If you go 7-Eleven and places, the packet nuts are all baked and not fried. So if that is okay, then it's okay for me. I can take.
Because I'm not sure, like nation, maybe uh, when you go to the supermarket, the nut one, there is always some healthy one lah. Because when I was on the ground, usually, even though I am Malaysian, but the idea behind the food itself, when I was in Singapore lah. So basically, when I was there, there Singapore have like cool storage, the healthy more like little farm. So basically there is a section there, the section that sometimes you can find the raw cashew nut or raw almond.
That's like okay, cashew nut, but every day I won't be able to have cashew nut, right? So what other option you think it would gonna, it would gonna fill me? I won't be hungry, and it would bring a little bit of taste. This is one. Another one is my sleeping habit is actually bad. I usually woke up at 10.
I see.
I wakes up at 10.
Mm-mm.
That's why I have to skip breakfast, and I take my lunch at 2, then a snack at the evening, then the dinner at 10. So, okay, you can suggest me how should we schedule. So for the morning, since I have some psychiatric issue, I had to sleep a lot.
Mm-mm.
I had to sleep at least 7 or 8 hours. So, and sometimes, most of the time, I have to sleep like at 12 or 2 a.m. So I know I have to fix it, but it will gonna take some time. But meanwhile, what do you think? How should I, you know, how should I fix the food, and how should I fix the timing? How should I set the timing?
All right, all right. Okay, sir. One thing, sir. One thing that I can see that it's okay as long as you have that consistent sleeping time, 7 to 8 hours. Let's say usually you will wake up at 10. Okay,
Hmm.
so you just meaning you don't go early sleep lah, meaning let's say you wake up at 10, usually you will sleep like 2 or 3, right? So your timing also just drag it, meaning let's say in terms of yes, let's say 12 o'clock we can say that lunch, right? But because you wake up at uh, 10 o'clock, we just consider it as a breakfast. The thing is what uh, the thing that I can say that not have the consistent sleep is, let's say when I was a police officer last time, my schedule is 24 hours working, okay, the first day, and then the second day off. The third day will be 8 hour. So in terms of sleeping time itself, that's the part not consistency. Meaning let's say we are working shift hour, so that's one not consistent. But when you said that you usually sleeping at 12 to 2 o'clock, but
I woke up at 10. That's consistent. That's like every day I woke up at
yes,
10 and I sleep at 2.
yes, let's say that for me that's good lah. That's good because what? The time you just late in terms of time, but the consistency is there. So let's say when you said breakfast, even though that is 12 o'clock, it's okay. We just consider it 12 o'clock. Let's say you sleep uh, you sleep 2 a.m. So dinner you take a little bit later lah, meaning 8 p.m. also like that, because our body
And
itself
between how much time between the sleep and the dinner? How much time it should have?
usually uh, the shortest one 2 hours lah, usually 2 hours for our body to really have the digestion itself, 2 hours lah. But you know sometimes we are truly uh, hungry, right? Hungry. Even me
So you
also,
said I get hungry.
even me also have that experience even now. The thing is usually yes sir, usually if I can handle the hungry feeling, usually I will go to sleep immediately lah. That's my way. I will sleep immediately and then
If I'm hungry, I feel guilty. I have to eat something.
I see. It's okay. Let's say you cannot do like the plan A. I can say that the plan A for me lah. For me, usually the plan B I will snacking just a little bit lah. Usually, let's say I craving even the Kit Kat or Milo. That's not good. But at least we have that one to satisfy our craving lah. To satisfy
How
our
about fruits? How about watermelon? How about guava? Or how about, berries?
yes, for supper itself, instead of we are taking McDonald's or KFC, actually that's good to have a healthy food like you mentioned lah. Change it to the vegetables one. If you can,
Fruit.
yes, yes, the fruit one. that's the good option lah. Let's say you don't want to take that one, you maybe can take the boiled egg also can also you take the white egg, the yellow one
That's right.
you remove, instead of maybe one portion of white egg not enough, you can take two one, you can take two egg lah.
I think
So
boiled
that's
egg is a good solution, right?
what, sir?
Boiled egg is a good solution.
Yes, correct, that's a
Yeah,
good
boiled
option.
egg. I like boiled eggs. So yeah, okay, thanks.
So, one thing, sir. Usually you cook egg using uh, the pan or what? Non-sticky pan or how?
Sticky pen, no sticky pen.
Yes, I think like my experience, I said before I serving for my client in Singapore, I usually will fry my egg with the just the casual one lah, not using the non-sticky pan. But when I was with in Singapore, I was amazed. I quite amazed because non-sticky pan usually really
Takes a
not.
lot less oil. Yeah.
Yes, if
Non
it,
sticky pen takes less oil, right?
even we don't put oil, usually they still can not stick,
Right.
right? I think that's really good one lah. Let's say, say you want to fry your egg. I think that's really huge margin if we can simply use the non-sticky pan, because when I was there, when I was fried there, I can see that there is no yellowish on the egg. That's simply the white one. So I think that's good lah. Even we are eating the fried egg, but if we are using the non-sticky pan, I think we can still add the uh, fried egg, but still there is no brownish part. We can still see that really white surface lah. You get my idea, sir?
Yeah. Okay, so that one is clear. And how about the parties? Like I do have social gatherings in every weekend. Like every weekend, we have like tons of schools and families and all get together, open house every weekend.
I see.
So I'm sometimes it is a bit troublesome for me to portion it over there. So do you think if I have one meal when if let's say today I have a house party, if so for the entire day if I have only one meal, is it acceptable?
Okay. Usually, sir, usually like me, like my way, like my style. Usually, before I go to the party itself, I will eat my own healthy plate first lah, because when we are eating before we are going to the event, usually when we arrive at the event, we will feel fulfilled. So during that time, we don't take the food lah. The one thing, sir, I think
That's
this
a good plan.
I
I
think
agree.
this is one of the psychological part, sir. Usually when we are with dealing with meeting, or up, uh, we are having conversation with our friend while we are eating, this is not really good, sir, because we tend to think about our work, but we are still eating. So
Yes,
usually
yes, yes.
we will tend to over eating lah. So this is make sure, I think this is really good for our psychological part also. During our meeting, we should avoid eating lah, because usually when our stress is on the idea of the meeting, we usually simply eating, we don't know when actually our stomach feel fulfilled. So that's the idea lah. Before we go to the party event, before we are talking with our friend, make sure we eating first at our home. uh, we feel fulfilled, and then we go there at the party, and then when they are serving us with food, we try to ignore it first. But for us to respect our friends, our family, yes, we can take it, but always remind to take just a little to satisfy our craving and to respect our friends lah. So that's the idea lah. Don't simply go to the event. We think about the mindset. Oh, I want to eat full big meal there. I believe that's during that time we will overestimate in our portion itself. So that's the strategies lah.
Yeah, that's a good plan actually. I agree. I agree. Okay.
Alright.
I just want to travel you for 1 month. I'm gonna send you the foods. You can reply to me anytime. I think I won't by that time when when I learn the portion and everything you teach me. By that time, I will be able to. Just for the first month, I'm gonna travel you. I'm gonna pick you a
Alright,
lot.
thank you, sir. One thing, sir, because like I said, I always prioritize the practicality instead of the science itself. Yes, science is good, but before we go to the science itself, make sure our core foundation is really good one. And one I want to highlight here, sir, make sure that what you eat is really make you happy. Let's say, sir, let's say that you think at certain point you think, oh, even I think even I said the simple one, you think, oh, I stressful lah, I cannot go with Amirul's idea on that. It's okay, sir. You can have the cheat day one. It's okay. For me, it's okay as long as you don't.
If I can eat what makes me happy.
The thing is,
I will gonna eat nasi padang and go double chicken
the
and
thing
then
is,
for what
yeah, can. The thing is, we always remind, sir. Yes, now I want to have a cheat day, but we always remember, oh, I need to control the portion itself. Not simply okay, we have the cheat day, we just we just eat anything. No, when we talk about practicality, yes, we can eat anything, but always think that we eat that to satisfy our feeling, not to have fulfill until we still feel satisfied. No, just take a little to satisfy our craving. So that's the idea lah. As long as we don't go burn out with what we want to eat, don't go burn out. Always happy, because this process is not just 3 years, 5 years, but actually the best one is 30 years, 30 years, 50 years until we die lah. So that's the idea lah. So because like me, I when I was resigning from my poly officer, that's the part when I was really truly burnt out lah, sir, from my work. So I don't. That's why I have a sentiment or principle that whatever I do, it's okay. We have the moral there. If we cannot stick with our plan, it's okay. We just have some cheat day. As long as we don't get burnt out, as long as every day we can go happy, okay. Let's say today I don't have diet, it's okay. We start tomorrow. As long as the process itself don't make our we burn out lah, sir, because you are still early, I also early. We are at 30 years old, something like that. You also don't have any chronic disease, we also don't have. So it's always good idea to have some moral down, and then we eat what we love, because we are not a crucial part like uh 50 years old and then we have chronic disease, and during that time we need to really stick with a strict diet. No, we not into that part lah. So that's why I say, as long as you can happy, as long as we can happy, and then we can gain a little by little knowledge, and then by time we can consistent lah. Always remember that, little
I
by
really like
little
it.
but
I really
consistent.
like it. Do you
So
want me to give me any exercise rule? Right now, I have very less time for exercise, but it's not like I want to keep it as it is.
alright.
I want to eventually get into exercise. Previously, when I was, reduced my weight and I started exercising, I used to running. I really liked it.
Correct,
But
sir.
now I'm fat, I'm obese, I can't move. That's why the problem. You can let me start with the yellow value.
Can? Okay, I think I already mentioned you clear answer about the diet itself, the basic one, the portion, half, quarter, quarter, and then the timing. Let's say you can have the consistent timing for the breakfast, lunch, dinner. That's great. The snacking also, I already touched on that part. The water, yes, absolutely. The best part is plain water, but let's say you want to have some sweet drinks also can, but let's say you have the portion, the maximum portion, we put the serving only 1 glass per day for the sweet
What
drink.
about the zero cal drink? The Vita zero cal.
Understand?
There is a lot of zero cal drink in the 7-Eleven. Do you think those are actually zero cal? Can I have one
Okay,
every day?
when we talk about the the 0 calorie, usually they will change from the sugar itself to the artificial one, right? Sometimes they will use aspartame and then stevia one. Some people will argue whether it's good or not. The thing is, when they are using you know there is always a critic whether the zero coke is good or not. The thing is, when we see the food label there, they mention there is 0 calorie. So what the fact that are given to us, they all also have the guideline that they need to follow from the industry. So when they are said 0 calorie, they are truly zero calorie, right? They don't simply make the fake information because they are following the guideline. So when we are saying that, yes, that is still good lah for me. Let's say we are saying that zero coke is also not good. So what's the option? So what's the solution itself? So I think instead of we simply agreeing is this good or not, if we are really like the Coca-Cola one, see, zero coke is also still good option lah, optional before we go to the more healthy drink itself. So that's the idea rasa. So instead of we simply ignore it, sir. So I think that is also you can practice lah zero coke, because one thing, sir, when I was exercise, usually the drink like the Sprite one or 100 plus, even though they are really high in sugar, the thing is they have a really good content of natrium, potassium. So when I was running 10 kilos, 20 kilos, the drink that we said not healthy, high in sugar, the thing is that's the one drink that give us the balance in our mineral when we are exercise. Let's say because sometimes I run 10 kilo without taking any drinks tau, because that's the way of police officer or special force, right? We are sometimes was trained to run 10 kilo without taking any drink. So I also can. But the thing is, when I do the other session by taking 100 plus or coke that have quite high sugar and quite enough mineral, natrium and potassium, the thing is I don't get cramp. That's the good part lah. So when we said
What
that,
about when I'm not running? Like for me, I'm not exercising. So should I have like one zero cal drink, not Coke, zero cal, Vita or some, that sparkling water or what they call. So is it safe to take one every day, like 300 ml?
uh, let's say before this, how you drink it? Sweet drink. You take sweet drink before this?
Yeah, yeah. Previously, I used to take like direct Coke or direct Sprite. So now I have changed it to some sparkling drink, which is zero cal. There is Vida, the new drink in the market, which is Vida. So that comes with zero cal.
Okay.
So yeah, so those I have started taking it. I was not sure that this one, if you have seen this one.
I see. Okay. For me, even me, I was prefer on this option lah, sir. Because before this, usually we drink high calorie drink.
Mm.
But the good one option here, we change it to zero calorie. I think this is
Right. Where
good alternative.
sugar is zero, sugar is zero, carbohydrate is 3.6 grams. Sodium is 7 mg.
Hmm. Okay. Good.
Okay, okay,
For me,
that's fine.
good. uh, you know, some people will argue, like I said before, whether it is good or not. They criticize about the zero. The thing is, we are talking about practical one, so that's a good option. Okay, we try to with that first, and then if let's say futures we can see there is another option that we can go without relying on zero coke, so we go on that. But for now, that's good option,
I
sir.
like,
Mm-mm.
okay, no
Correct.
problem. Thanks. I like the approach. Yeah, thanks.
Mm-mm. Because, like I said, we are arguing with some science, some fact, but the thing is, what the practical way? That's the idea lah. So the practical way, yes, zero coke for me is a good idea lah for alternative for one, for now. So that's the way. And then about exercise. So before this, you achieve the lowest body weight. How much, sir?
Lowest body weight 82.
82. Okay, during that time, how your exercise during that time? How the longest one?
No gym, no gym. Running, freehand, yeah, running and freehand.
Freehand. What is freehand?
Freehand exercise, body weight exercise.
I see. Okay,
Body weight and running. I never went to gym.
it's okay because I also don't. I don't go to the gym. Like
I don't like gym.
yes, like I was my experience was, I was like a SWAT one, like commando. I was in a police. I was training there. So we usually will train with running 10 kilo as a routine, 20 kilo running. The good one, sir. I also really like the approach of running, jogging. The good thing is because usually, sir, when we start to jogging, we can start with the lowest one like a walking, and then after
Mm,
walking we can go to the brisk walking. Okay,
mm,
I think let's say we want to go advanced one, we can go to the slow jogging, and then intermediate jogging, and then after that we will go advanced, we can running. So
okay.
the thing about the jogging one, we can change the momentum itself, the intensity gradually. Let's say we go to the gym, sometimes we don't know how to start, and then we simply uh, overload, and then we will cramp, the muscle itself will pain. That's the thing. Also, like a sport, answer, uh, like my client in Singapore itself, he really love to play extreme sport, even futsal, even the snowboarding, like that. But the thing is, like me, I said I like to jogging, but when I was playing sport like soccer, football, oh, I think that's really intense, answer. Even though I can run, even though I can run 30 kilometer, the thing is football, you always need to high intensity. You don't have the pause one period. You need to all out the period, and then you will get injured. So the thing about the sport itself, the specific sport, I don't go into it because they will make our muscle really stress, sir. Even the gym
Mm,
one. So let's say you want to start back to the momentum, to get the momentum. I think the slow walk, and then we gradually to the brisk walk, and then slow jog, and then normal jog, and then running. That's the right way lah. So,
okay, okay. Thanks.
because the first step, answer in a few months, because you already left the running for quiet years, right? So
Yes.
the first part you try to see, you try to brisk walk first. When you brisk walk, that will make our muscle a little bit familiar with that, and then after you familiar after several months, and then you can start to jog. So that's the way lah. So you can increase it gradually, but the thing is, always remember not to get injured. Always remember that, because once we get injured, the thing is we will stop for a long time, and then we need to start again. That should be not happen lah. So the idea that little by little, also like the diet one, little by little, but consistent, and not get diet and not get injured, because injury will get us stop a really long period. And one thing about exercise itself, as the last part I want to highlight, when we start to exercise, our psychology, we morally will have awareness immediately to have awareness on our diet itself. Even let's say we running 10 kilo, after we finish our running, we will have initiative to drink a lot of water. Let's say during that day we don't have any exercise, even during the working hours, we will take the really less drink water, right? But once we exercise, we will really much, so that will automatically make our water intake enough, and even much more. Okay, make sure when we have the momentum to do exercise in later period, we can see the water intake will be enough. Also, in terms of diet itself, we will have automatic awareness itself. Let's say during this period we don't have any exercise we are doing, we will see our awareness to do healthy diet will be really low. So that's really related lah. So I hope you get my idea, and any question just throw lah to me in the chat one.
Is it possible, not today or tomorrow as well, whatever you have, the main key points what you have instructed, maybe you can send it in the chat as well so that I can follow.
Alright, sir. Alright, I will go to you day by day later lah. Let's say some period of time might be too quiet, you can also remind me also can, so we still in contact lah.
I'll message you a lot for the first month.
Alright, thank you, sir.
Alright.
Sorry for by my bad English
No, English is very good.
Thank you, sir. Alright, thank you, sir.
Have a good day.
Bye, Assalamualaikum.